Hi, and welcome to this prenatal yoga ball class. So, our birthing ball, or also called fit ball, is an excellent tool not only during labor but also for yoga class, especially in your third trimester when you feel maybe a bit heavy, you can't do all the standing or certain postures. So, then you can use the support of this ball. Now, very important before we start that you have the ball with the right height. So, once you're sitting on the ball, you want to make sure that your knees are a little bit lower than the hips. That being said, let's start with a little bit of centering. So we're going to place one hand on our belly and one hand on our heart and just start by closing our eyes. And we start to become aware of our body from the feet, the touch with the earth, through the legs, grounding your sitting bone into the yoga ball, finding length to the spine, relaxing the shoulders, lengthening till the crown of the head. And then from the body, we move on to the breath. Nice, deep abdominal breaths, breathing all the way down towards the belly, towards baby. And a long exhale out. And just taking a few nice, slow, and deep breaths, recharging the body, calming down the mind, becoming more and more present. Taking one last deep inhale. Long exhale. Then with the next inhale, stretching the arms overhead, interlacing the hands, lengthening the spine. Exhale, flowing to the left. Inhaling center. Exhale, opposite side. Then interlacing the hands behind the back. Deep inhale here. Stretching and opening up the front body. And then doing a few shoulder rolls to one side and to the opposite side. Now we're just shaking out the wrists and moving on to the hips. You can place your hands on your hips, maybe taking a bit of wider stand for stability, and then you're just gonna circle your hips into one side and really using that beautiful support of the yoga ball here. This is an excellent exercise also when you're into labor to just motivate the baby moving down the birth canal. Also very nice for lower back pain and also to keep the hips nice and flexible. Now I'm changing sides again. Nice big circles here, as big as you feel comfortable. Natural breath. And then again coming to center, getting ready for our first posture. So I'm going to bring my feet wider to a warrior two stance. So left foot is 90, right foot 45-degree angle. Inhaling, bring the arms parallel. And I'm going to flow back and forth. So inhaling here, exhale, back hand on your thigh. Inhaling center, exhale, side angle. Inhale again, center, exhale as you flow back. Inhale, center, exhale, right arm beside the ear, opening the right side. One more time, inhale, flowing back. And then exhale, holding that side angle, opening the side body through the side of the ribs. And at this point, you're just having the support for the legs with the yoga ball, but you're just going to engage gently through your deeper core muscles to keep that stability. So you're still working your body, just in a different and more softer way. And the stretch in the side body is exactly the same. So take one more breath here, coming out and then changing sides. So we're going to open the right foot to 90, left foot 45. Bring the arms parallel, inhaling here. And then again with the exhale, reversing, flowing backwards, inhaling center. Side angle, right forearm on your right thigh, flying with your breath. So inhaling to center, exhale, side angle, inhaling center, exhale, reverse. Taking a pause here and then holding your side angle, and now fully breathing into the left side, feeling that space from the hip in the fingertips. You can look up if it doesn't bother your neck. You can also look down, whatever is comfortable. Again, gently bracing, hugging the baby in for nice stability, calming out. And then again, you can do a few hip circles just to relax the legs to one side and then towards the opposite side. And then we're gonna come to a standing posture to strengthen the legs. So unfortunately my camera is not set perfectly, so I'm gonna cut off my head, but it's okay. You can see what I'm doing. That's the most important. So you wanna find the wall and you wanna block the ball just in the back. So lining with the top of the shoulders more or less, and then you can lean towards the ball. Make sure you're stable on both feet, that the ball is not slipping away. And then having the feet maybe a bit wider than the hips. And then with the exhale, you just want to squat down, coming to a chair position. And here you can engage the arms by either hugging the ball. And each time you go down with the exhale, make sure that your knees are nicely aligned on top of these ankles, so you don't put any pressure on the heels. And then you can also lift the arms overhead. As you squat down, exhale, coming out. This is excellent to strengthen all the thigh muscles. Nice strong legs. And then the last time we're going to hold as long as you feel comfortable. Keeping the spine nice and length till you feel the burn in the thighs, and then you're gonna stretch the legs. And here you can do a nice little heart opener. You can lean backwards. You can keep your hands on your hips or on your belly. Or you can even stretch them overhead, whatever feels comfortable. Getting that nice opening to the front body. You can gently rock from left to right. Also nice to massage the back. And then it's gently, gently coming out. I'm gonna place the ball back onto the yoga mat. And we're gonna come on top of the knees. I'm gonna start with a bit of a cat and cow exercise. So you want to keep the hands on the ball, and then with the exhale you want to round the spine. So inhaling, lengthening the spine, exhale as you round. Inhale as you lengthen, exhale as you round. So you're just rocking back and forth. It's a very good exercise to warm up the whole spine. Again, very good to ease lower back pain and just to flow with your breath. And here you can, with each exhale, you can gently hug the baby in, engaging your deeper core muscle, and then we pause, getting a bit of traction along the spine. And here you can gently rock from left to right. And this is a very good posture to work with when you have very strong contractions. So during labor, in between, during the contractions, you can come in this posture, work with your breath. It will help you with the pain. Now we're going to do a bit of a hip opener. So we're going to step the left foot back and do a low lunge, more or less. You feel that nice opening in that back hip, opening on the inside of the left hip, and then you can go as deep as you feel comfortable. So you can lean your forearms on the ball, or like me, your forehead. Just find that spot. This is again very good to release the lower back. A bit of a stretching in the back of the leg here. You can rock back and forward. And then you're going to change sides, stepping that right foot beside the yoga ball. And again, find your posture, find what works for you. Go as deep as you feel comfortable and explore this side. Maybe holding nicely, stretching through the hips. Stretching through the front hip flexors that can be tight if you're sitting all day. And then again, you can rock a bit from the back to the front. And then we want to come to a kind of wild-legged child posture. So making space for belly, and then you're just leaning forward. So instead of bringing your forehead to the earth or on a pillow, you just use the support of the birthing ball. And then if your knees are tight, you can always sit on top of a cushion or a bolster. And then you just take a nice few deep breaths here. And then again, you can rock from left to right. And this is, again, a very nice position in between contractions to have a rest, to focus on your breath. And we're gently rolling back up. And we want to come to a yogic squat here. So you want to place your feet mat distance apart, and you want to sit in between your knees. And here we're using the birthing ball for support, and you just want to be very careful here. So if your knees are sensitive or your heels are coming up, you can try to place a bolster underneath your buttocks for support. But if squatting is contraindicated, for example, if you have a breech baby or you have any hip instability, you can just sit on the cushion and spread your legs a bit in the front like I'm demonstrating. And then you want to take a nice few deep breaths here, breathing down into the hips. And this is also a beautiful posture you can do during labor to encourage again baby moving down through the birth canal and to get more opening. So let's take one more deep breath here and then gently coming out. And then we come to sit on our buttocks. We're going to do a nice soft and again supported forward fold, so you're spreading your legs to the front, and then you're just going to gently lean forward, and here you can just either do the cheek or your forehead on the bolster, and then just be very careful not to round the spine like I was doing. You just want to find length through the spine, and then you can go as deep as you feel comfortable. So if your spine is rounding here or you feel any strain in the lower back, don't go as deep. Maybe you can sit again on top of a bolster to have a bit more length, because you want to really bend forward from the hips here. And then you can start to feel a nice stretch in the back of the legs, relaxing through the shoulders. And this is very soothing, very calming for the mind. Just find your point and breathe deeply here, being present. And maybe going a little bit deeper if you feel space after a while as your legs are opening up. And you can gently rock from left to right. And calming out. And then you want to shivel your hips to the front, and we're coming to lay onto the back. So I'm just transferring through the side body for a bit of extra support. I'm gonna place my calves on top of the yoga ball. And then if you're further along in your pregnancy or you can't be on your flat on your back, you can place 2 pillows or 2 bolsters so your head is more elevated than your heart. And then we're gonna do another hip opener, another exercise which is excellent to release the lower back. So you wanna walk your feet out, and we want to place our right foot on top of the left thigh. And then be very mindful with your knee. So if you have space like me, you can shivel your feet a bit more down, and you want to push that right knee out. So you feel a nice stretch in that outer right hip, but no pain in the knee. This is also called the pigeon on your back. And then if you feel space, you can bring that left knee a little bit closer, getting a deeper stretch. Taking a break in between, stretching out the legs, and then placing that left foot on the right thigh. Again, be very careful of your knee. And then maybe this side is more or less tight, doesn't matter. Just find out that works for you until you feel a nice stretch in that outer right hip now. Really releasing all those tight buttocks muscles here. Can put pressure on your lower back, that can put pressure on your sciatic nerve. So really releasing here. And then again, stretching out the legs, shiveling or making a few circles to relax the hips, and walking the legs back under the calf muscles, coming to a variation of legs against the wall. And this would be legs on the yoga ball. You can keep your hands on your belly or beside your body, and we're just reversing very gently the blood flow into the legs. Very good if you have varicose veins or very swollen legs, any cramps at night. And I'm just taking a moment here, focusing on a nice deep breath. Your shoulders are melting down into the earth. You can close your eyes, and again, as always, just when we're holding a posture, just be aware. Maybe thoughts will come up, emotions come up, that's fine. Just be present. You can connect with baby. Nice deep breaths. One last deep breath all the way down into the belly. And then you can gently start rocking your legs from left to right. Very soothing for the hips again. You can walk your feet against the ball. Then stretching out the legs, stretching the back of the legs, flexing the feet, pointing the toes, lifting the arms overhead, finding length through the spine. Making a few last circles here to one side and then also towards the other side. And from there, stepping my feet onto the mat and then carefully to come up, rolling onto my left side, pushing up. Now we're gonna come to our last posture. You can do a side laying shavasana here, or you can just lay against the yoga ball, and then again you get a little bit of a supported back bend here, so you can place your hands on your belly. Now you can also stretch them beside your body, whatever works, and just taking a few last moments here, maybe adjusting, making sure that you are comfortable so you can fully relax the body. So no more effort here. You just want to be passive, present, aware, so you can fully relax the body, observing all the effects of your practice, and also relaxing your mind. You can stay here a few minutes, up to 10 minutes, whatever time you have. And I'm going to leave you here. If you want to know more about me and my projects, you can check out the links below. And then I'm thanking you for watching this video. Namaste.